Hello everyone, thanks for tuning in to today's second video, doing JMA Friday for today's second video. So as always on a Friday, we're having a look at the weather for the month ahead with Japanese and CFS tomorrow, and I shall get on with that for you in a moment. Just to say that the first video today was 6 AM upload, and we've got 10 to 14 there coming up for you later on this afternoon, followed by a live stream at 10:30 tonight. We'll be live streaming GFS 87 AK Pub Run, and that will be coming up from 10:30. Please like, share, subscribe on the video. Thank you so much, everybody, for doing that. Right, we're going to start off, excuse me, with the JMA 500 millibar height anomaly from the Arctic and North Pole view down. So this is the North Pole just here. This is the Arctic Circle around there. And of course, I've got the choose through there. Blue is extrapolating to below, average height, which is low pressure. Yellow, orange, and red to above, average height, which is high pressure. These are broken down into week periods. The first week period takes from the 10th to the 17th of February. The coming week will be dominated by above average heights. High pressure will be in control of the weather in the weekend. So we're high and dry for the week to come. And that goes on to week 2 as well, which is the 17th, 24th of February. High pressure remains anchored and rooted very close to the country, so it could well be an exceptionally dry February, to say the least. A jet stream is going up there somewhere. And then weeks 3 and 4 will take us from the 24th of February to the 10th of March. Also high pressure can go a little bit further north here, so it's still under control of high pressure. It's starting to go a bit further north, possibly begin to allow something a little bit colder to come in with more of an easterly flow, maybe. Although to get really cold, we've got to get that high pressure even further north, get high pressure up around there somewhere, where we would really pull in the northerly and easterly winds. As is probably staying a little bit cooler though, certainly with return of overnight frost over the thought, as we come to the end of February and into the beginning of March. This is the tropical and mid-latitude view, so we can't see the Arctic, North Pole, Greenland, Iceland, all those areas are off the chart up here. We've had a look at that view down though, so we know what's going on. UK and Ireland in the top right-hand corner of the chart as you're looking at it. Reminder of the week 1. 500 millibar height anomaly with that area of high pressure sitting right over top of the country, bringing loads of dry weather. Temperature anomalies are going to be milder than average, particularly so for more northern areas, interestingly, a little bit less so further south. That's due to ongoing risk of overnight frost, I suspect, and it will be a drier than average week as well, quite significantly so. Week 2 is the 17th, 24th of February, still with that area of high pressure right over top of the country. So once again, looking at another milder than average week, pretty much across most parts of the country. And it is still drier than average as well into week 2. So this will be a very dry February. And then weeks 3 and 4 takes that high pressure, perhaps just that little bit further northwards, possibly starting to allow some lower pressure in. Notice lower pressure forming around Spain, for example, down here. That might be signs of more of an easterly type flow. The temperature is beginning to reduce, still perhaps a little bit above average, close to normal. Not a particularly big deviation though. And it is still driving average as well. So I think that's the main takeaway from this. We are in for a very, very dry 4 weeks to come, if the JMA is correct, with high pressure in control for much of the time. CFS-B2 compared looks like this. These are 500 millibars, again, broken down into week periods. The first week period from the 10th to the 16th of February. The coming week is dominating by high pressure, so yes, we'll be high and dry in the week to come. Now week 2 is a little bit different compared to the JMA. This is 17th, 23rd of February. High pressure just a bit further southwards with lower pressure up towards Greenland and Iceland, and so for the north anyway, that's probably a little bit more unsettled, but the south high pressure is still in control. It would be very mild, of course. And then week 3 is the 24th of February to the 2nd of March. We build the high pressure back northwards again. So lots of dry weather with that. And then again, similar to like the JMA, this is week 4, 3rd to the 9th of March. Just taking that high pressure a bit further northwards, beginning to centre it around Iceland, possibly taking it up towards Greenland. Could start to allow something a little bit colder to come in around the side of the high, around the back of it. Got to get the high pressure further northwards and that really to pulling, proper cold air, but it's not that far away from beginning to turn colder there. Week 1, temperature anomaly from the 10th to 16th of February, going to be above average. Week 2, temperature anomaly 17th to 23rd of February will also be above average as well. Week 3, temperature anomaly, 24th of February, 2nd of March. That one is above average as well. Notice how cold it is up across Canada. Goodness gracious me, very, very cold up there. But right, Eastern America and most parts of Europe, in fact, most parts of Eurasia looking pretty mild there. And then week 4 is the 3rd to the 9th of March. Not as mild, still a little bit above average, but temperature starting to come down a little bit there. So maybe that's a bit of a hint, you know, as we get into March, possibly start seeing something a little bit colder. And then precipitation, I should say, finally, week 1, temp to 16th February, drier than normal. A little bit wetter in the north for week 2, 17th to 23rd February, so wetter, actually wetter across most parts here, so it is a little bit more unsettled compared to the JMA. Then week 3 is the 24th of Feb to the 2nd of March, start to build a high pressure back northwards again, and then we go over to week 4, which is the 3rd to the 9th of March, and we're turning drier than average then across most parts of the country once more. Right, so we've got a very dry 4 weeks of it to come. I think the JMA out of the 2 is the driest, but even the CFS, you know, only turns wetter for 1 week out of the 3. So we're going to have lots of dry weather. By the way, not generally mild for the rest of February, so until we get towards the end of the month. Possibly hints of a bit of a change right at the end of February into early March. That would be in line with the southern stratospheric warming that we're expecting next week, of course. So just 1 or 2 hints there. No more than that. This stage, it's very early days, but just 1 or 2 hints there. But early March might start turn things a little bit cold. But for now, I think the emphasis is particularly on the dry weather for the rest of February. Right, okay, that's it for JMA Friday for this week. It's just a snapshot of what Monday's show could look completely different when we look at it again next week. Remember, any forecast beyond 5-7 days comes with big health warnings, large pictures of start attacks. We will be back in a bit with your 10 to 14 day back. We'll bring you an update with all of the latest stratospheric developments, so keep checking back to the channel for more. But for JMA Friday for this week, that's all for now, and thanks for watching.